The situation in flooded areas of eastern Croatia remains critical, even though water levels on the river Sava are falling. 5 villages remain partly or completely flooded. 11,000 people have been evacuated. Around 2,000 are living in shelters, while the majority have been taken in by family or friends. According to initial estimates by the Ministry of Construction, damage to homes will amount to around 53 million euros, and around 3,000 family homes will have to be rebuilt. Health Minister Rajko Ostojić has instructed the State Institute for Public Health to mobilize health workers and plan to combat a possible outbreak of waterborne infectious diseases in the flooded areas. After the government yesterday declared a state of catastrophe for the inundated territory, the National Protection and Rescue Directorate at midnight took over the organization of movement in Vukovar-Srijem County, the most hard-hit area. At a press conference this morning, Interior Minister Rajko Ostojić explained that entry into the flooded villages must be controlled in order to protect citizens and property and enable the organized evacuation of livestock. The Croatian Red Cross and other institutions continue to collect donations for the flood-stricken regions in Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Serbia. Citizens have donated over 17 million kuna to the Red Cross. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Social Policy has announced that rubber boots of all sizes, plastic cups and cutlery, anti-mosquito agents, batteries and lights of all kinds are the most urgently needed items. This afternoon, the government is holding an emergency cabinet session in the eastern town of Županja, focusing on the flood disaster and its impact on the population of Vukovar-Srijem and Brodsko-Posavina counties. This morning, Foreign Minister Vesna Pusic announced that the government would donate 100,000 euros as humanitarian aid to neighboring Bosnia and Herzegovina and Serbia. The Zagreb County Court has acquitted Croatia's first Interior Minister, Josip Boljkovac, of charges that he ordered the execution of 21 civilians in May 1945, when he headed the Karlovac department of the Yugoslav Security Agency. The court found that this had been a crime of the system at that time and that Boljkovac, now 94 years old, had been in hospital when the killings took place. There was no written evidence or testimonies that he had given the order, the judge concluded. In sports, the national football team yesterday began training for the World Cup in Brazil. Luka Modric and Niko Kranjčar will join later due to obligations with their clubs, while the biggest challenge is the health of Ivan Strinic, who requires additional medical attention. Tomorrow, the squad travels to Bad Tatzmannsdorf in Austria, where they will complete the first phase of training. And in basketball, in yesterday's National Champions League matches, Cedevita defeated Zagreb 104-76, securing the first position on the eve of the semi-final series. In the semi-finals, Cedevita will face Joli, who narrowly beat Šibenik 65-64, while second-placed Cibona will take on Zadar. The weather this afternoon, mainly sunny across the country. Winds on the Adriatic, a moderate southwesterly with a yugo possible in the north. Temperatures 23 to 27 degrees Celsius on the coast, up to 30 degrees in the interior.